Hello, everyone. I'm Micah Dalton, co-founder of ATL Collective. First off, thank you for tuning in to Stand with the Band, a virtual fundraiser raising money to support Atlanta's live music community. As the impacts of COVID-19 have reverberated through the lives of so many this year, ATL Collective has done a great deal of soul-searching as our stages have closed and live music has been paused. In doing so, we recognize that while bringing Atlanta's fans and musicians together in meaningful ways has always been the essence of what we do, there exists an opportunity to strengthen the ecosystems and communities that make up this welcoming, distinct, and collaborative city we all call home. With more questions than answers in the live music industry, the ATL Collective moved swiftly to create a crisis relief fund we call With the Band Fund, a resource dedicated to help members of Atlanta's live music community in crisis. This fund is inspired by the vision of the Atlanta we all want to return to, fueled by our passion for the artists who make Atlanta a uniquely creative and attractive place to live, and funded by individuals and businesses who care about sustaining and building our city's artistic culture. The With the Band Fund will make relief grants available to locally based musicians who are facing critical circumstances and experiencing substantial needs. Moving forward, we will be working hard to build an Atlanta where live crew and musicians, along with the communities they belong to, can thrive, not just survive. Since 2009, we've created spaces where creatives, businesses, artists, and fans can both find and celebrate common ground through music. But right now, we continue to foster this community through programs like Hump Day Hang, and when we return to the stage, our Preservation Live series. But for now, in order to return well, let's stand with the band. Our collective generosity can be the sounds of restoration and hope reverberating through our city until the music fills our lives once again. In a moment, you're going to hear from my friend Seth, who is going to MC the night for y'all. But first, it's my privilege to introduce Priska and Lola Cole.
Hey everybody, my name is Lola Cole, and I just want to take a moment to express my gratitude to each and every one of you for joining us on this evening and supporting the Stand with the Band Fund. I know for me, I've been a part of ATL Collective for I don't know, probably like 4+ years now. And I remember just being a volunteer and wanting to give to the beauty that ATL Collective has given to us, for me as an audience member, and then being able to be an artist on that stage and express my love for music to the audience. It has been such a pleasure to be a part of that. And I can't say just how grateful each and every one of us are that you've taken the time to be with us this evening and enjoy music once again and donate to the Stand with the Band Fund that ATL Collective has put together. It's helping each and every one of us. And to show my appreciation for that, I'm going to sing a song for you called Leave a Light. And it's my thank you to you for leaving a light out for each and every one of us. So here we go. This is Leave a Light. Somewhere along the way, I forgot how to chase. Settled down in the mud of the mundane, and my feet can't shake its stains. Even eyes grow tired of the same still scene. Same faces, same talks, same in-betweens. Hearts and souls long for the place they belong, but I might have lost track of which way to. So leave a light out for me. Leave a light out. out for me. Grace burdens me and I'm a heavy load, unshaken by my guilt, it'll carry me on. And mercy brings new light with every day. But my eyes can't seem to come away. So leave a light out for me. Leave a light out for me. Leave a light, help me see what my eyes can't perceive. Leave a light, show me there is hope for me. There's a wanderer down the road. It's me, it's me, it's me. Oh, love. There's a wanderer down the road. It's me, it's me, it's me. Oh, love. Leave a light out for me. Leave a light out for me. Leave a light, help me see what my eyes can't perceive. Leave a light, show me there is hope for me. Leave a light, show me there is hope for me. Thank you so very much.
And that's how you start things off on a good note. Thanks so much, Lola and Priska. Hi, everyone. My name is Seth Weiner, and I am your auctioneer. Some of you may recognize my voice from the podcast Inside Out with Turner and Seth, which also is based out of Atlanta. Please join us as we inspire the musicians and artists who are constantly inspiring us, as well as their crew, until they can get back to work again. Stand with the band by making a financial donation in the amount that you are comfortable giving, and bid on some of the holiday auction items and experiences. So go ahead, grab your phones, folks. Seriously, grab your phones. Whenever you're told to do this at a concert, now's the time to go ahead and grab your phones and text ATLC to 243-725. That's ATLC to 243-725. 725. This is going to take you to our online auction page as well as our donation page. The auction is open, so jump on in and get those bids in. We're going to close the auction Sunday, 12/13 at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. When it comes to donations, every little bit helps. The auction is loaded with some fantastic items and experiences. I'm going to highlight a few of these throughout tonight's program, but you can see them all right now, again, by texting ATLC to 243-725, or you can go to bidpal.net/ATLC. There's something in there for everyone, and I mean everyone, from a group love signed album to a custom studio recorded song made by an ATL Collective artist just for you. Let's not forget the ATL Date Night experience, where you and your lover can take a private plane all the way from the Blue Ridge Mountains through Stone Mountain through downtown Atlanta, and this includes dinner from Elevation Steakhouse. So go ahead, folks. Text ATLC to 243-725. Ready, set, bid. And now, let's hear more from Priska.
Hi, I am Priska. I'm an independent artist, producer, and songwriter based out of Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm also the curator for ATL Collective shows. And I'm super excited to be part of this beautiful community. It is the heartbeat of Atlanta because it lets us show ourselves and our true colors through the music that you already love. So with that said, this is my original song called Your Shoulder that I actually wrote during the pandemic about my crush. So here we go. I got something I wanna tell you. It would calm me down if you let me rest my head on your shoulder. But all I've heard, that love, it don't come quick. And I've always been the bird whose melody doesn't often stick. And all I've been around and around and back again, but to fall in love with a friend. If I could fall in love again. I'm in a daze, and I'm sorry it took me a while to sweetly say that I always like to make you smile. But all I've heard, that love, it don't come quick. And I've always been the bird whose melody doesn't often stick. And oh, I've been around and around and back again, but to fall in love with a friend. If I could fall in love. Sorry for my siren sounds, I gotta scream it out now. You are what I want now. Sorry for my siren sounds, I gotta scream it out now. You are what I want now. Sorry for my siren sounds, I gotta scream it out now. You are what I want now. got something I wanna tell you.
Hey, my name is Derek, and being a musician is always kind of wild, and especially during this pandemic. My personal experience is one I will never forget, as we had our first child, my son Bax, and you know, I think from a logical standpoint, there's a lot that could have been really scary, and was. I was on a tour, and a lot of those dates were canceled when COVID first hit, and even things like I had some songs that were supposed to be licensed for sporting events, and those were canceled, or songs that were going to be in wedding videos, and the weddings didn't even take place. And as I list things like that, I just am more and more reminded of how many other musicians have had crazy experiences, far worse than mine, and I just, my heart goes out to them, genuinely. It's a really scary feeling. I was actually just on the phone with a peer of mine who's had a horrible time during COVID, and I was trying to put it into words. We were talking about having the skill that's no longer useful, being a typewriter salesman, and I was trying to come up with the best analogy, and I actually think my son, Bax, summed up the best way of saying, this is what it's like to be a musician during COVID. And I do find it's really important as a father to instill the value of being able to see the good in these hard times. And I wish I was the one that came up with this. I'm sure you've heard it a billion times. But I really do love the idea that we can't choose what happens to us, but we can choose how we respond. And I've been very impressed with the way a lot of musicians have pivoted. And for some people, it's been live streaming concerts. For me, it's mostly been a lot of Zoom writing with people all across the world, which has been incredible, or even teaching Skype guitar lessons and things like that. I applaud those who are making the effort to figure out a way to not just get through, but even thrive during this time, whether that's in your business or not. I'm so impressed, and I'm so grateful for organizations that are trying to help musicians and people who are trying to see the good in this. And you know, I think it's amazing to see what ATL Collective has done, and what you're doing by standing with the band. But thank you so much for listening, and thank you to ATL Collective, and grateful and hopeful for the future.
Thank you so much, Derek. And tonight we've got more testimonials later to help paint this picture of what's going on with our Atlanta community. And also, thank you so much, Priska. What a great song. Hey, folks, Priska's donated an awesome exclusive painting, which you can check out. It's item number 16. She happens to be one of ATL Collective's music directors and a talented visual artist. To see this one-of-a-kind item and more, simply text ATLC to 243-725. And while there, please consider making a donation. Tonight, our goal is to raise $20,000. And folks, I've got some incredible news. MailChimp has pledged to match the first $10,000 we raise. Yes, that's right. The first $10,000 we raise, they're going to match. Help us achieve this goal by making a donation of your own by texting ATLC to 243-725 and giving what you can. For those not familiar with ATL Collective, we are a nonprofit that empowers and connects Atlanta's music community through preservation, building relationships, and education. For 10 years, ATL Collective has reimagined over 75 timeless albums and built a significant connection hub for Atlanta's music community while doing so. This isn't just the musicians, folks. This is also the crew. And we're not talking about one style of music. We're talking about everything from hip-hop to jazz to funk and everything in between. Yes, even trap music. While there on the auction site, folks, please go ahead and browse all the stuff, make those donations, but check out some of these really amazing experiences. Let me tell you about a couple. For example, we've got the holidays coming up, right? I mean, hey, I see you with your Santa hat on. And what are you drinking? Is that eggnog? Anyway, I'll have a glass. Thanks. Consider some of our holiday items, right? So, like, take the item number 11, the puppy songs, the singing telegram video message, this custom musical message from Lenny, Marley and Matt is perfect for a birthday or a holiday greeting. Or take, for example, item number 17, where you can win a custom studio quality cover song from an ATL Collective artist. Now that's something. Looking for a nice holiday gift for that golfer you know? Item number 5, where you can win a private golf lesson with a PGA Golf Pro. And you know what they're going to throw in there? Some Peter Miller clothing. Now, I could go for some plaid pants myself. Speaking of ATL Collective artists, next up, we've got Chelsea Shag. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Chelsea Shag. Thank you so much for having me, ATL Collective. I just want to say what ATL Collective is doing is gorgeous, and I'm honored to be part of it. This is a song called Rooftop. Please enjoy the scenic views behind me and on my face. And it goes a little something like this.
I wish we could find a rooftop somewhere with the best view of the city. I wish we had those friends. I've been lonely cause we only spend, time with each other. Why you gotta be so bad? Why you gotta look so sad? We could just go back home. At least we're not doing it alone. Don't worry about what they do. Try to make it about me and you. I better change your point of view. I'm just saying. I wish we could find a rooftop somewhere with the best view of the city. I wish we had those friends. I've been lonely cause we only spend time with each other. Could even make up my own mind. Feels like I'm falling behind. I should probably go outside. I can't even tell you what the weather's like. And people just do what they do. They don't really care about you. I gotta change my attitude. I'm just saying. Woohoo! I wish we could find a rooftop somewhere with the best view of the city. I wish we had those friends. Are we lonely? Cause we only spend time with each other. I wish we could find a rooftop somewhere with the best view of the city. I wish we had those friends. Are we lonely? Cause we only spend time with each other. Yeah. Yeah. I wish we could, yeah. I wish we could, yeah. I wish we could, ooh, oh, I wish we could.
And that was Rooftop. Go check out the music video. Go listen to the song on Spotify. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here and supporting such a good cause. I hope you guys have a beautiful holiday season. Please be safe out there and social distance. Wear your mask. Let's save the world. Let's work on ourselves, and that's all we can really do, right? Let's set love for 2021, baby. Thank you guys so much.
Wow, that was awesome. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Up next, David Ryan Harris, who happened to be one of the first musicians, actually the first musician I saw perform at Atlantic City Winery when it first opened. You may have seen him as John Mayer's guitarist, but he's quite the heavyweight on his own. And what an outstanding performer he is. So, hey, David, what do you say? You ready?
Hey, I'm definitely going to do the video. I just want you to hear the reason that I'm not recording it right now like I wanted to. It's a super bougie reason to not record something, but it is a real reason. Yeah, see, hear that? It's real loud. So, all right, that's it. It's my update.
Okay, well, I guess we'll have to come back to you there shortly, David. All right, but in the meantime, folks, it's time for the sounds of the Midnight. And a big thanks to the Midnight because they're giving 15% of their merch sales to ATL Collective this holiday season. And folks, please be sure not to get them wet after midnight because you know what happens there. I mean, I would hope so. Speaking of merch, our auction has some great merch in there, as well as, I mean, just look at item number 2, a signed Zach Brown print. Item number 6, the Third Man Records vinyl package. And we even have a signed vinyl, like I said, from Group Love. To see these and more, simply text ATLC to 243-725, or those of you sitting in front of your computer, just go to bidpal.net/ATLC. And while there, please consider making a donation to support a series of grants for Atlanta live music community experiencing hardship. This is not just for the musicians in Atlanta. We're talking everyone from the lighting and sound crew to the hospitality crews and everything in between. These are the people that haven't been able to work. Folks, help us get to that. I'm asking you for 10,000 because we've got that match for 10,000 from, you got it, MailChimp. Text ATLC to 243-725. And now, folks, it's time for The Midnight.
So hi, my name is Tyler Lyle. I'm in a band called The Midnight. I was around for the beginning of the ATL Collective back in 2009, 2010. And I'm so delighted to see where it's gone. So thank you for tuning in. This is a song by The Midnight called America 2. I made my home in a 10-ton bomb and I was so happy. 28 years of free falling. Now it's all guts and I'm balling. She was born in a tenement, woke up with shit for nerves. She never learned to talk to adults. She said everything's easier in here. And like the dancer with bruises who gathers the cash when the music is through, she don't look back. Yeah, I've come to look for America too. And all I ever wanted was a spot in the mountains with an A-frame cabin and nobody counting our days, or cursing or praising our names. But the best we could do is to enter the void like a wide-eyed child waking up to the noise of East Harlem. Don't they see that we're starving? And like a dancer with bruises who gathers the cash when the music is through, she don't look back. I've come to look for America too. We stole the car on the 4th of July. I pawned my guitar and we drove through the night. I've come to look for America too. America too. Traffic on the bridge, but the skyline shines with a certain light. And I know you're sick of it, but I know a happy hour nearby. And there's a possibility that one day things will get better for the huddled masses in between the shadows and the stars. Floating empire held up by fraying wire. I'll cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. And when the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheaper wine. Hang on to see if weather constellations hold together or not. 4 years in Brooklyn. Happy birthday, darling, when we feel young again. I'd like to take you dancing, 'cause there's a possibility that one day things will get better for the huddled masses in between the shadows and the stars. But there's a possibility that we'll both float off together, free ourselves from gravity and tumble through the dark. Floating empire held up by fraying wire. And I'll cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. When the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheaper wine and hang on to see if weather constellations hold together all night. I never placed too much faith in the stars. I never placed too much faith in my heart. But the siren call of the chandelier city, and inch by inch we're breaking apart, is rising through the dark. From the sky I bet the lights look pretty, floating empire held up by fraying wire. I'll cover you in winter like a blanket by the fire. And when the rent's too high, we'll just buy cheaper wine. Hang on to see if weather constellations hold together or not. Fire on the beach, face to the sky. The stars dance around like gods in disguise. Your gold silhouette, you take off your clothes. My heart feels the weight of all I don't. Memories in mountaintops, drunk on Sunset Boulevard, with the city of angels singing on. Maybe this is just a dream, and maybe we're still asleep, but I will miss you when I'm gone. Of a canyon fire, its hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, our holy mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Tomorrow we'll and I've seen the golden garden disguise. Memories in mountaintop, drunk on Sunset Boulevard, with the city of angels singing on. Maybe this is just a dream, and maybe we're still asleep, but I will miss you when I'm gone. Flickers of a canyon fire, its hands raised like a gospel choir. If we live forever, let us live forever tonight. Helicopters against the moonlight, our holy mother of the midnight. And if we live forever, let us live forever tonight.
Hi, my name is Brenda Nicole Moore. I'm a singer-songwriter based in Atlanta. I have been, as all artists, completely impacted by COVID because venues are not able to have their stages open due to COVID health concerns. We have essentially lost all of our work. There are virtual performances that are possible, but it's really, you know, it's different. It's not the same as having a live audience in front of you. And I think, you know, kind of the resurgence of so many virtual performances has made it a little bit more challenging or maybe even competitive to get online audiences to come pay for shows. And until COVID is, you know, over or under control, all of our work as musicians, mine, you know, all of my friends too, is essentially either cut more than half, or non-existent. In my case, because I'm a vocalist, it's pretty much non-existent. So I kind of haven't worked much since March. Unfortunately, the PUA has run out as well. So it's challenging, it really is, you know, but trying to depend on other skills that I have to make a living. But it is, you know, disheartening when the thing you've built your entire career around has, you know, essentially been taken away because of COVID. And hopefully we can get it under control so that people feel safe coming out and that we're safe going out, and all of that.
Those were the sounds of the midnight and the words from Brenda. And what she said, folks, now is the time that you can help people just like Brenda and so many more. Our Atlanta music community. Simply text ATLC to 243-725, and that's where you can make your donations and you could bid on the auction items. So let's go ahead now and move forward and check back in with David Ryan Harris to see if he's ready. I wonder if he's ready. Hey, David, you ready? The David Ryan Harris Singletet.
Hello, my name is David Ryan Harris, born in Chicago, Illinois, but raised in Atlanta, Georgia. My earliest bands and earliest sort of musical explorations took place in the late 80s, early 90s in Atlanta, and I was incredibly fortunate to sort of form my musical vision and just my outlook on creativity at a time when my peers were, you know, Outkast and the Black Crowes and Indigo Girls, you know, lots of bands that didn't, on paper, I guess, don't have a lot in common, but I think there was something about the water at that time. And I couldn't have been more fortunate, and I owe a great debt to that scene and those clubs, some of which aren't there anymore. So I guess it's with that I have an extreme amount of gratitude that I was asked to do this thing and to give back to the scene that meant so much to me in whatever small way I can do so. We're in strange waters now in terms of a lot of us being able to do the thing that not only sort of keeps us afloat financially, but it just really sort of feeds our souls. I realize I spend so much of you spend so much of your time on stage, you know, worrying about what you're giving to the audience, that sometimes I forget about what it is that the audiences give to me, and so I miss being there. And I know that there are tons of my brothers and sisters in that beautiful community in Atlanta that feel the same way. So I'm glad to be here. I'm going to play a couple songs for you.
What did she see in him? They're nothing like we were. Damn, he's so small town. She's such a city girl. I'm absolutely sure he's not the one for her. But still, he gets a kiss a queen while I'm down here on my own. Sits next to her like a king. I'm in the shadows. He's bland, he's ordinary. He's such a bore, but everybody knows when the curtains close, he'll be kissing his queen. I'll just walk home all alone, 'cause if he's under everything that makes me the average Joe. I thought we were the real thing, just one wedding ring short of a once in a lifetime love. But now that it's over, I just don't understand how she thinks they compare to us. He'll never be good enough, but still, he gets a kiss a queen while I'm down here on my own. Sits next to her like a king. I'm in the shadows. He's bland, he's ordinary. extraordinary. He's such a bore, but everybody knows when the curtains close, he'll be kissing his queen. I'll just walk home all alone, 'cause if he's around, everything that makes me the average Joe. Now I'm a punchline, I'm a story that everyone knows, of how even the invincible can become an average Joe. No more kissing the queen, I'll never sit on the throne, right next to her like a king. I'm in the shadows, he's bland, he's ordinary. He's such a bore, but everybody knows when the curtains close, he'll be kissing his queen. I'll just walk home all alone, 'cause if he's a new everything that makes me the average Joe.
After a quick guitar change, I'm back. This next song is called Shelter, and I'd like to dedicate this to all of my fellow musicians who are hurting and yearning to do the thing that we were put on earth to do. We'll get there.
They made their promises and they walked away. Fair weather friends, be gone, be gone. My strength I find in you, the one who loves and can't be moved. In your arms I find new gold to soldier on. You are my prayer in times of trouble. I'll be your answer when you call me. I'll shelter you, shelter me. Wake up and keep dreaming, you would wanna fly. When your heart is heavy like a stone, I'll lift your burdens high so we can cross the water deep and wide. Lay beside me now and rest your weary bones. You are my prayer in times of trouble. I'll be your answer when you call me. I'll shelter you. Show me how an action speaks louder than a word. You are my prayer in time call me, I'll shelter you. You are my rain, times of trouble. I'll be your answer when you call me. I'll shelter you, shelter me. Thank you. God bless. Peace.
Oh, wow. That was awesome, David. Thank you so much. What an amazing evening of music it's been so far. Such a treat. Thank you so much to all these artists for taking the time to share their music with us tonight, all in support of ATL Collectives with the Band Fund to support a series of grants for members of Atlanta's live music industry experiencing hardship. If you haven't yet, please consider making a donation and bid on an auction item at bidpal.net/ATLC or simply text ATLC to 243-725. That's ATLC to 243-725. Sing it with me now. ATLC to 243-725. All right. You don't have to sing it with me, but you can text and you can join in on the fun of giving and bidding. We can't think of a better way to keep music alive. As a reminder, the auction closes Sunday at 4 p.m. sharp Eastern Standard Time. Winners will be notified by text. Now, folks, be collective on this. Go ahead and bid on these experiences in a group. You know how to use Venmo. One person, come on, you got this. Let me tell you why. Are you in a band? Or perhaps you know someone that's in a band. Check out item number 4, where you can win a 5-hour studio day at 800 East. Or my favorite, number 15, win the Band on a Boat holiday experience, where Atlanta's own Mermaid Motor Lounge will float right up in their boat in front of the house of the winner or their choice and serenade you with the holiday favorites, like Hanukkah Harry's Holiday Horror. Tell you what, folks, we'll even throw in a bottle of Cathead Honeysuckle Gin and a framed Bering's Bourbon print just to complete the experience. Are you feeling the love? I'm feeling the love from all of you grouped together watching this safely from the comforts of your home. Hopefully you're not driving, because that would just be weird. In the spirit of group love, it's time to hear from a band that we now proudly can say is an Atlanta band. Give it up, folks, for Group Love.
What's up, Atlanta? We are a small fragment of the band Group Love. We love Atlanta so much, we just moved here. This song is called Deleter.
One, two, three, get your car wash and your airplanes and the highways. We've been here for too long, Am I anxious or just modern? All this darkness been going on too long, for too long. All this time I thought you were a leader. It turns out you're only at the leader. And tell your friends that you're okay. You're never gonna see them anyway. All this time I thought you were a leader. It turns out you're only at the leader. I It's the future, and I'm brain dead. Yeah, I'm destitute. Yeah, I feel no roots anymore. So take another picture and show 'em what you're doing and how we built the lighthouse out of all these God-forsaken ruins. You know it's coming, and none of this can last. The world will recover when she puts us in the past. Yeah.
Bring the pain, my baby. I just know you're gonna wear me out. So bring the pain, 'cause nothing matters anymore, my baby. All this time been burning with a fever. It turns out I've always been my healer.
Choked on that.
That was a tough one, man.
I heard that. We've been sung it like 9 months or something,
Whoa.
but Christian almost coughed the entire song.
I did.
Sounded great.
Good.
Ooh.
You didn't have to say anything either. No one probably would have known.
I thought I was just sharing with Atlanta, my new home, that sometimes we choke. And you didn't. It was amazing because you held it the whole time. You didn't. All right, let's do another.
We're going to slow this one down a little bit. This is coming.
What? Okay, that we can't put in. We aren't supposed to tell anyone about that. This is just a song. We sang it at my brother's wedding. We wrote it a little while back.
It's called Oxygen Swimming.
Do we need to scoot over a little for sound? Oh, you can start again. Sorry. You okay?
Yeah, I'm great.
Will you do the coughing thing the whole time?
No, I'm not good.
All right, let's go. Yeah.
This song's called Oxygen Swimming.
Did I ever tell you about the tree in my backyard? I wasn't looking, I knew you'd go far, but I love you for everything you are. Did I ever tell you about the tree in my backyard? We're just oxygen swimming. Oxygen swimming. Let's go out and we're still living. We're just oxygen swimming. Did I ever tell you the time I crashed my car? My eyes, they were blurry. The tears of a broken heart, but I love you no matter where you are. Did I ever tell you about the tree in my backyard? We're just oxygen swimming. We're just oxygen swimming. Let's go out, but we're still living. We're just oxygen swimming. Yeah, we're just oxygen swimming. We're just oxygen swimming. We're just oxygen oxygen swimming. Lights go out, but we're still living. We're just oxygen swimming. Oh, I wanna tell you while we lay here in the dark, folded in your arms, listening to your heart, that I love you for everything you are. Did I ever tell you about the tree in my backyard?
Beautiful.
Thanks, Dan. It's great having one audience member.
It's better than none.
That's the truth. That's water.
Sure.
All right, we got one. We barely got one more for you. It's so weird singing right now. It feels like we're in slow-mo and we don't know what we're doing. Does it feel like that for you?
I mean, not really.
I'm like, girl, what's happening? This is helping.
Oh man.
This is all good footage. Return of the Mac, once again. Return of the Mac, once again. Return. Okay. Is that your song?
That's my song.
Do you like that song?
Every time he comes back.
Sure, yeah.
Do you know that song?
I do know that song. People bring it up a lot.
I know that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's good. It's good.
Cause I'm back up in the zone. This feels very weird, and also if I raise my hands, I get a wedgie. Wrong outfit. This is like I'm like, oh, it's okay. Put that in there.
Oh, this is all going in there.
Okay, good. Do the clapping.
Clap before you start.
We're still rolling.
No, we're rolling. He's gonna use all this dude. We're just up for the camera now. This is how we do it. Dan's like, okay. This song is called Colors. No, the song is called Colors.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, we got 2 songs for you. Good job. All right, let's go.
I thought, I was like, what are you doing to me? I haven't sang in
I know 9 months.
something like that. No, but we were.
No, but dude, Christian's just trying to tell you about.
Yeah, I am a man up in the air. And I run around this town. And no, I shouldn't care. So when you see me flying by the planet's moon, you don't need to explain if everything's changed. Just know I'm just like you. just know that you don't know. We call it life. Oh yeah, that's what we call it. You can't call it Adam. Yeah, we call it a life. Oh yeah, that's what we call it. You can't call it at all. Yeah, we call it life. That's right, we call it love. We do it for love. Sweet love.
We did it.
Mac, you bumped the mic stand on that one.
That's okay.
That's fine. So incredible. Wow. Thank you so much, Group Love. And thank you all for joining us tonight, folks. If you happen to miss anything tonight, we're going to be rebroadcasting this in its entirety Friday night as well. Again, my name is Seth Weiner, and I am your Rocktioneer and the host of the podcast Inside Out with Turner and Seth. It's been a true pleasure being with you all this evening. Thanks so much to our musical guests, Group Love, The Midnight, David Ryan Harris, Priska, Chelsea Shagg, and Lola Cole. And to our sponsors, board of directors, staff, MailChimp for their matching donation of $10,000, and most importantly, to every single one of you that made a donation in helping us support the With the Band Fund and making a true difference to all the music crew, the live music crew in Atlanta. Thank you from the bottom of our ATL Collective hearts, wishing you a safe and happy holiday season. And remember, folks, stand with the band.